3. Well, doggone it, we're back. Okay, so what's this called? Well, this is called Heal Your Dogs, Horses, and even your cats. Okay, I mean, if you got a cat that's not too finicky, you can heal your cat. And understand this. Whether you're talking about dogs or horses, they all have bowel problems. Mainly dogs, though, because dogs are fed worse than any other animal or anything on this planet. Dogs are man's best friend, and guess what? The actual food corporations that make the dog food are actually the tobacco corporations. You didn't know that, did you? And you didn't know that they give garbage foods to dogs, and that's why your dog is so sick. That's why you have to go to the vet. And then meanwhile, you give your dogs the same thing you give yourself, which is drugs. Now, that's most people. I'm not telling you and you and you. I mean, there's always going to be somebody out there that has some common sense, but we already know that only 2% of 20% of the population. So 80% of the population doesn't have logical or critical thinking. Did you know that? That's an actual study. 20% of the population, out of the 20% that's left, only 2% has critical thinking. So that means that that person will probably be looking after themselves and their pets. Everybody else is giving their pets, processed dog food, right? Kibble. Kibble is the worst thing. You might as well just give your dog cookies. Okay, it's all made out of petroleum. There's so much petroleum in there. There's so much refined carbohydrates, so much sugar in there, and they don't have to tell you or state everything that's in there. So understand, your dog's going to have issues in its tissues. It's going to have an inflamed liver. It's going to have cirrhosis. It's going to have constipation. And the main thing with every dog is constipation. Why do you think their hips are always a problem? Guys, use your head. Use your head. Oh, well, these dogs, they have genetically weak hips. No, they don't. They're pooping in their pelvis. Just like when I tell you that you poop in your pelvis, everybody poops in their pelvis. The dogs poop in their pelvis so much. Okay, and that's why their hips go. That's why their spine goes. That's why they have arthritis. That's why they are number one species on this planet with cancer and every other problem, right from diabetes to everything else. Well, what do you think? It had nothing to do with their diet? Anyways, you've been working on Emmett since I've been gone, right? I don't know if you watched the other videos, but we've worked on Emmett. Can you tell the difference? Can you tell people the difference of doing Wolfe Non-Surgical on Emmett? And then we can talk about also, we're going to be doing a course and showing you how to work on your small dog, your medium dog, and your large dog. And we're also going to be showing you that we work on horses. That's right. You can get a horse that's lame, okay, because of a scar tissue issue, arthritis, okay, a torn meniscus. Oh, really? Yeah. The same thing that goes on with humans, we can do the same thing with horses. And where we get a veterinarian to put a horse to sleep, we go in and we actually get rid of their scar tissue issue. How about you not having to put down that horse, whether it's worth $1,000 or whether it's worth $80,000? You don't have to put that horse down. You want to go to a vet knows nothing about health. There might be 1 out of 1,000 vets that know anything about natural health and about that. The problem with the horses, the problem with the dogs, the problem with the cats is it's the same thing with humans. It's a scar tissue, displaced calcium issue, and we can do the same thing with any pet, and we'll give you a guarantee on that. Go ahead, Debbie.
So this all started, I noticed a change back through November, December, and when I got back from the training in the end of January, beginning of February.
How old's Emmett?
Emmett's over 14. So he was just at 14 the end of January. And so my mom was watching him. He was scratching uncontrollably. I came back. The whole back end was just chewed up, torn up, everything. His hearing, all of a sudden I noticed the hearing was going. He wasn't coming to the door when I was pulling in the garage.
So I want you to know this, through non-surgical and nutraceuticals that we sell human beings. Look at Emmett's hair now. Look at his hair. This just since last time I came in. Remember, it was all pink if you saw before? It's all growing in. Yeah. Now, guess what? Emmett jumps up. Emmett jumps down. Couldn't do it before. Why don't you tell the story? You can do it better than me. You're mama.
So we walk every day, and, he's a small dog, and I do a longer walk. So
How old's Emmett?
14.
14.
So he's been sitting in the cart a lot, and so since he's been done the non-surgical on the hips and the spine, he actually is jumping out of the cart to go for the walk. You know, on his breaks, you know, he jumps in, he jumps out. We don't expect him to walk like a 2-year-old, but he's doing, I mean, just completely changed around. He was running and jumping up on doors. He is.
How's his hearing?
Oh, hearing is much better. He's coming.
And
to
this
the
is
door.
all non-surgical.
Yeah.
Using your elbow, the Wolfe Non-Surgical that we teach you how to do, and that non-surgical course is starting not tomorrow, but starting on Thursday, and that's in Stuart, Florida. And then we're going to be doing another course in Barrie, Chicago, and Calgary, and then we're going to Australia, and it looks like we're also going to be heading to Africa.
So if I would have taken this dog to the vet, probably $1,000 just on blood work, X-rays.
What a scam!
Everything.
What a scam! You know
And-
what? You're not just getting scammed. You're scamming your pets.
But you know, those of you who say, "Oh, I could never afford that class," I saved $1,000 right here, not taking him to the vet, because I would have put it out. He's my dog. He's my little baby. But I didn't have to spend a dime on him to do the non-surgical, you know, because I learned, he showed me a few things on the dogs that, you know, just, I went online. I looked at the anatomy of it.
Emmett's
just
spine,
do the research.
in between the vertebrae, were total beef jerky. You couldn't tell the difference. It was all just cemented with calcium, displaced calcium and scar tissue, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you could hear the crunching and the grinding.
Yes.
And the more we worked on him, the more Emmett smiled. Yes or no? Is that true?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I sit every night, and I try to get in 15 minutes a night. Like he said, I just pick an area to work on, and I just switch areas every day is different. And he's really good. He kind of, wiggles around here and there, but he tolerates it. And he's just, he was also, the other thing, he laid down and he spread his legs and he laid on his tummy. I've never seen him do that before at all. Nothing at all, to really where his hips were at. He could actually open up his legs. And so it's been amazing. He's on the nutraceuticals. He drinks the tea in the morning and night, and I put it in his food. He just gobbles it down. All the stuff goes in his food, and he's doing amazing.
And
Thank you.
understands.
Thank you.
Understand something. Everybody that comes and learns how to do the non-surgical on human beings, you know how to do it on
Yes.
your pets,
Right.
and that's the deal. Your pet never has to limp again. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Your pet doesn't have to have a bowel movement ever problem again. Your pet doesn't have to have high blood pressure. Your pet doesn't have to have diabetes. Your
Right.
pet doesn't have to have ringworm. Understand, if you put your pets on black gold and put black diamond in its drinking water and a little bit of daily cleansing tea, your pet will never have to be dewormed again. Why do you go and deworm your pet twice a year? Why don't you deworm your pet and at the same time give them black gold, black diamond, okay, and a little bit of cleansing tea, and they'll never stagnate the waste. They'll never have their hips won't be crippled up. They won't have bladder infections. They won't be trying to squirt things out. They won't have those little pustules on their anus dragging their butt along the floor.
Yeah.
They won't be limping because of arthritis. And even if your pet got into a car accident and limps, listen, we can fix it. We can turn it around.
Yeah, you have to really ask yourself, how does a dog become a diabetic? I just say that all the time, and you have to say, what is it that you're feeding them?
You're not feeding them food,
Right.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
You're feeding the dog flour, which is like cocaine.
Woo!
You just like, like cocaine, right? It's refined so much. Flour is just one step away from sugar, so you're giving them refined carbs. You're giving them flour, you're giving them sugar, and you know what, the crap they put in there? You just remember this. Tobacco industry owns all the major food corporations, and they make all your dog's food. Isn't that nice? Not nice. Not nice. You need to wake up, everybody, okay? They're poisoning everything. This is where they get off on this. It's really cool, isn't it? They feed you the crappiest food, okay? And then guess what? Then you got to go and give your dog painkillers, antibiotics. I mean, like it's any different for human beings? Yeah. So understand this, everyone. We are going to be doing we're going to be doing a master class that you'll be able to buy, okay? And if your dog loves you, we're going to do a master class, and we're going to show and that won't come out right away because of the tour I am on, but it won't take long. I'm going to come back here and work on Emmett, and you have a small dog, you have a medium size, a little bit more.
Come here.
Come on over.
Come here.
Come on.
Come here.
Come on, buddy.
Come on.
Come on over here. Come here.
Come here, Taz.
Come
Over
on.
this way.
Over here. Come on. It's
Come
okay.
on. There you go.
Look.
Right there.
Okay. And we're going to be doing a video so that you can learn how to work on small dogs, and you can work on medium and large dogs. And we're going to show you how to do it and how they will love it. They will love it. Oh yeah, really? Untying the knots, getting rid of the invisible bonds that bind your pets so that they don't have to suffer.
Yes.
Seriously, okay? And people love their pets, and you've never seen work like this before. You give me a dog, I don't care. You give me a dog that they say that has hip dysplasia, and I'll prove that your dog doesn't. I'll prove that we can reverse that we can actually, or has a spinal problem, and they'll give you some kind of disease name, or there's something wrong with its paw, or it's something wrong with its joints, and we're going to reverse it. We'll give a money back guarantee to you, okay? Because once you start actually feeding your dog in the way of nourishing your dog, not trying to fill up your dog, and once you learn how to take the scar tissue and make it back into beautiful, healthy, connective tissue, okay, you'll have a 14-year-old dog jumping and running around and acting like it's young again. Right, Emmett?
Yep.
What do you think, Emmett?
When I tell people he's 14, they're like, wow. Most dogs that are 14 are barely walking. This dog does close to a mile in the morning, and he probably does a mile to a mile and a half in the evening.
Now I'm going to tell you something. It's a small little dog, right? Well, I'm going to tell you something else. Guess what? You could hear the crunching and the snapping from the beef jerky scar tissue. Is that true?
Yes.
And it never made any noise, did he?
Nope.
There was only maybe a little couple.
He went
That was it.
When you popped that.
Yeah, and it was just total relief to
Right.
to Emmett. So understand something. We will be coming and doing this. Give us about 4 to 5 months. That's not too far, and we're gonna pay some attention to this, and we're going to come back here and we're going to create a master class with these two beautiful dogs, and then we'll get a larger dog. I don't know where we'll get it from, but we'll show you how to do it on a small, medium, and large dog. It'll become a master class, and understand you cannot hurt your dog with this technique. So get fear out of the way. Do you notice how they made us so fearful that we won't touch ourselves, we won't touch our family, and won't touch our pets? That these psychos, veterinarians are not healthy for your dog. They're not. Okay. I know Dr. Marlene Siegel out of Florida, and she's amazing. She's an amazing veterinarian, and she's out of Tampa area, and you don't find many like her. And the reality is this, guess what? There should only be one doctor for your dog, though, and that should be you. Guess what? Anybody can heal their dog. Anybody can heal their cat. And anybody can heal the horse. I'm going to show you that we can actually put a horse under with a vet. And then that horse can have a damaged knee, an ankle, a hip, a spine, and I'm going to prove to you that we can go in and work on that horse, and we can create miracles. And I used to do it all the time until I got so busy teaching it with human beings and writing my books and opening up my university. So understand this, everyone, okay? The world is our oyster when we take massive personal action, doggone it, okay? Tomorrow night I'll be doing a lecture here on Wednesday night, and then my son, Dr. Sage Wolfe, will be doing a lecture on non-surgical a week from tomorrow, right?
Right, next Wednesday.
So if you want to come to the Presbyterian Church, what's the address?
1715 Northwest
Pine
Lake Drive.
Pine Lake Drive. And it'll 6:30 is a meet and greet if you want to come and meet me. 7 o'clock. We're going to go live tomorrow night. We're going to talk about creating the perfect day for you and your family, okay? All right? And then I will have a phone. I'll take live calls. I'll take texting, okay? And we'll also be talking with the audience. And listen, think about this. If you could create the perfect day from the moment you rise until you close your eyes, and you could make really great choices on an emotional and physical level, well, why would you ever be in emergency 911? Why would you have to do their drugs? Why would you have to have surgery? Or surgery, people understand something. You might have an accident, sports injury or a car accident, but let's just know this: 99% of all surgeries are caused because of ignorance. Ignorance. because you don't know how to look after your body. Because if they can keep you ignorant, okay, and not know how your body works or how to reverse the scar tissue, get the calcium back in, melt the crystallization, you can do it. You can do this. There's a doctor in everyone. There's a genius in everyone. And I don't care what the government thinks. I don't care what the medical system thinks, because most of them aren't thinking. And the reality is wouldn't it be great if you didn't have stinking thinking and you actually knew how to love and care for yourself? That's it. And I'm going to be heading out here, and I'll be doing my next big course. I'm going to be doing a lecture in McKinney, Texas next week. If you're in McKinney, Texas, or go to braveheartnation.com if you'd like to take any of our courses. If you'd like to come to any of our lectures, I'll be going from McKinney, Texas, and I'll be lecturing in Kelowna, British Columbia, and I'll be doing that in 3 weeks. And then I'll also be lecturing after that. Where am I going? Oh, then I'm going to Puerto Rico, and I'm going to be doing some trainings with some doctors. And then I'm going to be coming back, and then in June, I'll be in Barrie, Ontario. We'll be doing all our trainings there. So check out braveheartnation.com. From there, I go to Chicago, Bolingbrook, Chicago, to do lectures and trainings. Then Calgary, lectures and trainings. And then Australia, lectures and trainings. And then South Africa, probably. All right? Have a beautiful day, Bravehearts.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.